Hello, this week's Friday Focus is going to be on our archery team, who currently sits fourth in the state of Texas and will be participating in the state tournament, I believe, the week after spring break. And at this time, I'll let them introduce themselves to you.
Hi, I'm Stephanie McClear.
I'm Belle Mayer.
I'm Leif Ledbetter.
I'm Elle Tucker.
And they, as I said, you will be competing at state, sitting fourth in state right now. You're going to be competing in Belton, right, on the 23rd. And that's going to be a long day because you're going to have to get up, I think, at 5 o'clock in the morning, drive down on a Tuesday, come back, right? So long day there. Can you kind of tell me how this archery season has been different for you?
Usually we shoot with like two partners, and we shoot together, but now since COVID, we have to do like sort of like an A and then a B, so the right quiver shoots first and then the left quiver shoots after.
Okay. And you're actually going to be in person shooting in Belton, is that right? You've been having to do a lot of, like today, a virtual tournament where you shoot here at your school and then the results get taken. This tournament is actually, what tournament is this today?
This is the Arlington tournament.
The Arlington tournament, okay. So what do you get out of archery?
Well, I really like the competition aspect of it. I like being able to compare scores, and the lower scores aren't bad. It's just progress. So every time there's a competition or an archery tournament, it's nice to see progress.
So the reality is that you're competing against yourself more than you are. You're competing against other people, but you're really competing against yourself.
Yes.
So, I was watching y'all shoot, and, it's like very tight groupings at times, and then other times it's not, but I mean, that inner competition. So what do you get out of archery?
I really enjoy it. It's sort of like my thing. So like in my family, my brothers, they all have their own thing. They have their sport that they play. Mine is archery, and so it's sort of my thing that's special to me, and that's part of what I get out of it.
How much time would you say that you average a week practicing?
1 to 2 hours a day, probably. So,
how about you?
Maybe like an hour per day.
Hour per day? Okay. What else would you like to tell us about archery?
For me, it's a calming mechanism.
Calming mechanism. Okay. Anybody else?
It's just really fun.
It's just really fun.
It's just fun.
It's fun. There we go. Well, thank you for your time, and good luck at state, and congratulations on being ranked so high.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now we're visiting with Mr. Wilcox, our sponsor for archery, and more students who will be competing at state. So we're going in 2 weeks to state in Belton. So we're going to basically just have a conversation about what that experience is going to be like and why you chose archery. Okay, so Mr. Wilcox, can you tell us a little bit about your program and how you started developing and how it's grown?
Yes, this is the 8th year that we've been competing in NASP archery, competitive archery. We're seeded 4th in the state this year, entering the state tournament, and we're hoping to improve upon that when we get there. Our kids, during our tournaments this year, have been trending in a positive direction. Last week, we finished 2nd in the Allen tournament, 2nd in the Kaufman tournament. The high score was at 32.58, and the tournament we shot this week for Arlington, we increased to 32.74. So again, we're trending in a positive direction, and we're going to try to bring back the state championship March 23rd.
And how many archers would you say you have in the program?
This year we have 22. In the past, we've had 48, 2 full teams. I think we'll get back to the 48 in the next year or two as kids start coming back to inside the classroom with us.
So why did y'all choose archery? What appealed to you about archery? Just kind of go down the line and start with you.
I chose archery mostly because of its historical significance. And,
talk to the camera. You have a hard time hearing.
I chose archery mostly because of its historical significance in history. I always liked archery since, when I was young. So I'm glad that I got to do it this year in the past 2 years. So.
Okay.
I've never really been involved in sport ever. People always ask me oh, you're tall, do you play basketball? I always say no, or I don't play football. I've never played any other sport. But I did want to play a sport, but I just never found one that I really liked or I fit in. And then I found out that the school offered an archery team, so I was like, okay, well, let me try that. And I actually ended up being pretty good at it, so yeah.
It's my understanding that you two both transferred to us from a public charter school, is that right?
Yes.
Because of archery?
No.
No? Okay, all right.
Our school, they didn't have a high school, so we came here and there was an archery thing, and I thought that would be really cool to be in, to
Okay.
try it out.
So how do you like it?
It's really fun so far.
Okay. How do you like archery?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm a lot better than I thought I'd be. I've never been good at really any other sports, so I figured I might as well give it a try.
So kind of what I'm hearing across the board is that this gives y'all an opportunity to participate where you probably wouldn't have had another opportunity to participate.
Yeah.
Does that sound accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So would you recommend archery to other students?
Yes.
Yes? All right. So what would you like to tell us about archery that you haven't already talked about? Anything?
Takes a lot of practice to get consistent.
A lot of practice? I think I asked the last group how long they practice a day, you know? So average, what do y'all practice a day, you think?
30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
30 or 40 minutes? Okay. Someone said 2 hours. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of time. So, you know. All right. Well, thank you all and good luck at state.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As always, the future is bright in Kennedale ISD.